For over 25 years, I have largely managed with an average of 2.5 hours of sleep.
So guys, 25 years over daw, oh. Ganun lang yung sleep niya.
Between 2 to 3 hours. This is not that you must deny yourself sleep, that's not the point. But if you eat right and do a certain things with your body, you see very
Yung ganito palang yoga position, may bearing.
between 2 to 3 hours. 1.5 to 3 hours very easily you can drop if you just eat consciously and just learn to sit properly, just the posture, your geometry of the body and what goes into the system. If you just manage these two things, you will see sleep quota will just come down like that. Just to tell you, for over 25 years, I have largely managed with an average of 2.5 hours of sleep. Now I'm getting lazy and I'm sleeping, averaging somewhere around 4.5 hours now. But 7 days of the week, okay? 365 days, non-stop, on, almost every day. So, it's a non-stop activity. And today…
So, isa yung posture at saka food ang nasabi niya.
People around me are doing this kind of activity, averaging 4 hours sleep and 7 days of the week, they're on, all the time. And they are not irritated, they are not frustrated, they're joyful and they're wonderful. Why this is this? There are many aspects to this, but one important aspect is food.
So, itatry ko to guys, yung food, fish and vegetables muna.
See, various health issues and inertia issue, focus issue, just bring 40 to 50% of the food in its raw form, that means it's alive. It must be a live cell, it can be a…
Yun na nga, more on vegetables to guys. And in a raw form, so hilaw.
You eat dead food and you want to live, this is a little difficult thing because you have to raise the dead now. But if you eat live food, one thing you will see is the state of your mind, your focus and your sleep quotas, and above all, staying awake is not good enough. You have to stay alert, isn't it? How alert you are, how focused you are, only to that extent everything yields to you in this world, isn't it so? What is the level of focus will determine whether the world yields to you or not, isn't it? And one more aspect of life, one more aspect of food is, when you consume something, it must be of a simple genetic code in the sense, it must be a very simple software, which…
So, ito guys, mag-aaral na tayong huwag kumain ng meat.
means animal food becomes more and more complicated. Suppose you eat an animal which has some amount of emotion and a life of its own. So if you eat an animal, particularly a mammal, if you eat, it has a similar kind of complexity, maybe not as complex as this, similar level of complexity because it has thought and emotion of its own. Now for you to break that code and integrate it into your system, you are not fully successful. So it will leave traces of certain qualities within you. You cannot break that code and make it a part of yours because it's a different and complex code. If you eat a leaf, a vegetable, a fruit, a nut or a sprout, this is much simpler. If you must eat non-vegetarian food, you must eat that which is furthest away from you. So generally, fish and water life is furthest away from you. So if you must eat non-vegetarian food, fish is the best thing to eat that way.
So nabanggit na you must eat or we must eat farthest thing, and fish and water are the most farthest thing from us. So basically, yung advisable ni San Guru is to eat much simpler. So yun nga, yung vegetables, fruits, fish, and 50%, kung tama yung pagkakaintindi ko, must be in a raw form. Siguro, yung raw form sa fruits and vegetables. And then the fish must safe kung luto.